Hey there and welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl with Target's the Attitude Apps and my professor knives and all things sharp. Sit on back, grab your pens and paper. Class is about to begin. Today, we're taking a look at a new one that I picked up at the Blade Show this past weekend. It's from Demko. Yes, Demko. John and Andrew, to be exact. They've got a long history of knife making, working mainly with cold steel. Apparently, they've decided to go out on their own, and they've got an interesting new design. Uses a rather unique lock system that they call the Shark, because you use this little piece that they compare to a fin, and it's just great fidget factor. I mean, just fantastic. But before we get too far into this, let's get the syllabus work out of the way, shall we? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Here on Fridays, we do mainly knife reviews. Occasionally, I'll review some piece of camping equipment, like, camping gear, flashlights, compasses, cooking equipment, that sort of thing. But mainly knives. Then on Mondays, I do knife basics, which you really need to know. This is aimed more at the person who's new to the world of knives, so that they can go to a knife show or a knife shop and understand what all these fancy terms means. They'll know what a hollow grind is versus a saber grind. What is G10? What is micarta? That sort of thing. Keeps them from going, I guess so. For those of you who've been with us for a while, welcome back. I'm glad you could make it. Just got one question for you, and yes, you do know what it is. Have you subscribed yet? Okay, crickets. Look, I'm not going to tell you how to subscribe again. It's so simple. You should know by now. But I am going to invite you to subscribe. I mean, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. And let's be honest, it's a win-win situation. You win because you don't miss out on any of my neat new videos. I win because, well, be honest, the more subscribers I have, the easier it is to get these neat new things. But on with the knife, which is what you came here for. Yeah. This one has a rather unique blade. It's AUS 10, stone washed, somewhere between a Warnicki and a sheep's foot in shape. They're calling it the shark's foot to keep with the shark lock. The grip is what's called Grivory or Grivory, and I had never heard of it, but when I look it up, it turns out that it's a thermoplastic. But unlike many thermoplastics, Kydex is one, it comes in granules instead of sheets. You melt it down and injection mold it. And once you've got it molded, it's got a very high tolerance to heat. It's rated up to 120 degrees, which would leave most plastics just kind of drooping over. As I said, it's got a huge fidget factor because of that new lock. It's just fantastic. It doesn't appear to have, yes it does. It's got solid liners. I don't know if you can see that, but no skeletonizing of the liners. Does have the lanyard hole. The pocket clip looks like you could probably flip it. It doesn't say whether you can or not, but it sure looks like that to me. No, come to think of it, no, you'd block the lanyard hole if you tried to flip it. Never mind. It's got thumb studs and a thumb groove. All in all, not a bad looking knife with that 3-inch blade. But how well does it do on our standard battery of tests? That's the real question. Let's find out, shall we? I don't have a piece of plain cardboard, but I've got an empty box. Whoops. Let's start with paper. Let's be honest. Let's just test this sharpness real quick. That is sweet. By the way, it looks like that's a straight or a flat grind. Sweet. Let's see here. Bubble wraps. New stuff that you can't really pop. Mushing. Let's see here. Let's just cut one flap off of here. Cut that off nicely. If I can avoid dropping things. Okay. That shape of blade does not allow it to punch through very easily, but once it's in, yeah, I'll make sure work of any box I've ever seen, which is nice. Let's see here. What next? Paracord. The paraweed paracord is one of my viewers called it. Let's see how it does on this. That was me, not the knives. Let's try again here. Straight through beautifully, but the tip won't let me go through a smaller loop. Still, that's good to know. So we've got boxes, we've got paper, we've got paracord. Let's see how it does on the hang package test. Again, that tip's shape doesn't allow it to punch in nice, but it cuts in. And once it's in, made short work of it. Let's see here. Strapping. Just a second here. Oh, come on. Untangle you. There we go. Let's see here. Got strapped through nicely. Very sweet. So we've got, yes, zip ties. Let's see how it handles the zip tie. And 1, 2, not too bad. See here, I'm trimming it. 1. Got it. Nice. Let's see here. Leather. It's starting to get a little down pretty short, but yeah, it's cutting the leather pretty nicely. Excuse me. God, I hate spring. Okay, so it's not spring. Still spring allergies. And it's still cutting the leather nicely, so, you know, I'm not going to complain. Yeah. Quite nice. So, that's here. Wood. Don't have any 1x, but I've still got this piece of 2x4. Let's see here. long as we're at it, let's see how well it does on chopping. Yeah, chops beautifully. As far as this, you know what? I normally wouldn't use a pocket knife for this, but as stout as this feels, as well locked up as that blade seems to be, for a pocket knife, that is amazing. That is just brilliant. Let's see how it does on feathering up. Feathered it up beautifully. Okay. One more thing I would never use a pocket knife for in the wild, but as a test here in the studio, guess you could call it a studio. Let's see how it does this way. Okay. Yeah. Digging in nicely. So, yeah. For a pocket knife, this would do really, really well as a backup survival knife. Let's see here. Let's see how it does on wiring harness. Yeah, got that quite nicely. There we go. Yeah, separating wires out easily. And let's see here. It does a beautiful job on stripping them. I don't really see any damage to anything there, do you? That's sweet. Let's get that piece of paper out here again. It quite obviously didn't take any damage. Very, very nice. So there you have it. The Sharksfoot 80-20.5 from Demko Knives. Just love that lock. Yeah, I give that thing on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say that has a fidget factor of around 20. Beautiful. Just feels so good in the hands. So, well, there you have it. Demko Sharkfoot. Very sweet knife. Right now, very limited number of suppliers. DL Trading Company is one. By the way, it comes in a very nice case. And it's got a Velcro patch on it that if you wanted, you could pull it out. But I would say, right now, it's got a very limited number of suppliers. Of course, you can get it from their own website. Right now it's listed as sold out. On the website, it's going to be $149.99. DL Trading Company is going to be carrying it, same price. Let's see who else carries it, shall we? Let's see here. Knife Center, Blade HQ, of course, Knife Joy, Art Knives. There's a fair number of people. And good Lord, while the creek don't rise, I'll be able to work out a deal with him, and I'll be carrying it too. But even if I don't manage to get to carry it, it's too nice a knife not to show it off to you, so I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something new. And as always, I'll wish you luck and hope to see you next week. In the meantime, I'll leave you a couple of videos over here that hopefully you'll enjoy. And as always, you can hit that target right there to subscribe. I hope you do. In the meantime, you take care, and we'll see you.